Welcome back, everybody. It's a celebration and fusion of classical ballet, pantsula, flamenco and contemporary dance in a truly inspirational South African story. That's director of the South African International Ballet Competition, Dirk Badenhorst's latest production titled Bengingazi, meaning I do not know, which opens at the Pieter Toerien Theatre, Montecasino from the 31st of October. Badenhorst, who has roped in the services of renowned South African choreographer Adele Blank to lead the choreography, joins us now to tell us more about Bengingazi. Very good morning to you, Dirk.
Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
First of all, what's this production all about? I mean, the fusion of ballet and pantsula, it's totally unheard of.
It's very, very new and very, very fresh. And I love ballet. Everybody that knows me knows that it's my passion. But I also know so many amazing pantsula dancers. And I love the concept that you can mix ballet and pantsula and make something truly South African. When I travel the world, everybody's always saying, what is the next new thing? And when I look at the pantsula dancers, I just think that we can take pantsula dance and mix it in a way that it appeals to a broader audience, but that it can become as popular as the Irish dancing came with the whole river dance phase that came and ruled the world. And that's really what I'm trying to do. So I wrote a story of a ballerina that has a child, and then one of their dear friends in the storyline was a pantsula dancer that used to work with them in the theater. And then many years later, after she had brought up her son as a classical dancer, she goes back to the pantsula gentleman from Soweto and says to him, I would love for you to train my child to also do pantsula. And that's the story. And then it develops from there. And what's amazing is the dancer that we have that's dancing this particular role is actually from Australia. Okay. He's incredible. He was a finalist in the America's Got Talent show. He will be in the new Disney Nutcracker movie. And he had to learn pantsula. And it's an incredible journey to see how somebody learns that. But also the pantsula dancers had to do the ballet classes with us so that they could also understand and respect the technique of the ballet dancers.
You know, I'm trying so hard to picture that fusion. Do you have strictly ballet dancers and pantsula dancers doing one dance? Or is it different dancers?
The ballet dancers focus at first on what they do and the pantsula on what they do. And at some stage, we start bringing them in together. For instance, when the big pas de deux, which is the Don Q pas de deux, starts, we inserted some pantsula dancing into that. And then when the pantsula dancers, we do this finale where they all dance together. And to see the ballet girls on their point shoes doing some of the pantsula steps is incredible. And I think this is the first one that will grow into much, much more of really fusing and putting together the process, because it's not something that you can learn in 2 weeks or in 2 months even.
Yeah, sure.
It takes long, and it takes a journey to get to understand that, and that's really what we're trying to do it.
And the title, Bengingazi?
So the mother had sex with the father many years ago. She never told him about it. And then many years later, she tells him, this is your son and this is your father, and that's where it came from. And it happens so many times in life. And then also the whole concept of, I did not know that I could do pantsula. I did not know I could do ballet. And in the South African context, we so often say we have to choose between one or the other. And my question is, why do we have to choose? Why can't we just do both? There's enough resources, there's enough space, there's enough for us to share. Rather share than take. And so that's really what this whole thing is about. And we don't have to choose between ballet or pantsula or contemporary or no, let's just do it all together. And let's get to know each other much better. And this is really what this is all about.
And how has the dancers' response to such a fusion been?
Unbelievable. You know, Angela Malan is one of the top ballerinas in South Africa, if not in the world. And her having to learn this pantsula thing, I thought that she would resist it. Michael Reevy, the same. And they've just gone with the flow and done it. And Maramore is one of the top pantsula dancers. And as I said, I put them into a ballet class, and they just did it. And so it's incredible to see how the journey has been. It's been beautiful. Yeah. It really has been beautiful. And then we've done a few excerpts from it at my competition in Cape Town earlier this year. And the audience's reaction is so good, because I'm not making this for the stale and old ballet audience. I'm making this for a new, young, fresh, sexy audience. And that's what I want to challenge your viewers, yourselves, is to say, come to the theater, come and see it, come and experience. This is the new South African culture. This is really what we need to create for the world. And I think that's really what this whole Bengingazi journey is about.
And it's so amazing how you managed to inject a new dynamism into this dance. So what's the message that's encapsulated in this dance, Bengingazi?
Really, it's about sharing, caring, let's try, let's be willing to grow, let's be willing to challenge each other, because it is a challenge. It's not been easy. But it is about saying, let's try something new and let's enjoy each other and let's respect one another. And so the pictures that you're seeing about the ballerinas, that pas de deux actually happens in the show. But it also has the other things in it. So your typical ballet audience will still be able to say, oh, I recognize that, I recognize that. But your pantsula audience will say, oh, I like that, and then say, oh, I didn't know that there's an athleticism in the art of classical ballet, because so many people in South Africa still don't know what ballet is. I teach ballet in Soweto, in Orange Farm, in Geluksalrega Park, and the talent is immense. And so all I'm saying is, here's a smorgasbord of all the options. There's contemporary, there's African, there's pantsula, there's flamenco, but also here is pantsula, and let's put it all together and you can choose what you want and what you like.
Okay, we're out of time, but briefly, the tickets? Give us the details.
At CompuTicket, the show is the 31st of October till the 4th of November at Pieter Toerien at Montecasino, and really go out and book your tickets now.
It's a must-see. I'm
Absolutely.
sure it is.
Thank you very much.
Dirk, thank you so much. The director of South African International Ballet Competition, Dirk Badenhorst, speaking to us about Bengingazi, which is a celebration and a fusion of classical ballet, pantsula, flamenco, and of course contemporary dance in a truly inspirational South African story at the Pieter Toerien Theatre, Montecasino, from the 31st of October to the 4th of November. This is